Welcome to Deer Creek-Mackinaw CUSD 701, our website tutorial 5 on the Archive Center. I'm Cassandra Bilyeu. As mentioned earlier, the Archive Center is made so that way you can access items on the website that were done a long time ago. So minutes of meetings, curriculum maps, things that you want to have stay on the website for a very long time and have people go and access very frequently. So if you click on modules or mouse over modules and go to Archive Center, you'll be able to see all of the archives that you have available to you. As a teacher, I just have my foreign language curriculum maps archive available. The really nice thing about the Archive Center is it automatically sorts everything by date. So the date that it was made is very important. You're going to want to make sure that if you're putting anything in here that you're doing it by date. I'm going to add an item. And we want to make sure that the curriculum maps are consistently named because this is all searchable and we want to make sure that we're consistent throughout so that way there's no confusion between people. So we're going to name it French 1, and I do not want to use Roman numerals because Roman numerals are not ADA compliant. So if a screen reader were to go by and see this and read that, it would say French I or French IV or French III, and you don't want that to necessarily be the case. You want to use French 1. I'm going to also make the date 2008 to 2009. And on the brief description, I'm going to spell it out here. So we're going to do French 1 curriculum map 2008 to 2009. The archive date means the date that it was actually created. The meeting date, the end of the year, whatever that might happen to be. So I'm going to do 5/30/2009. This display and the end display are if you want this to only be up for a certain amount of time. In this case, we don't. We want it to be up for forever. We wanted to open in a new window, and this is counterintuitive. We do not want to show archives. This is here for a few states that require any information on a website to be available as an archive. So, for instance, in California, they have a law that states that if you put a web page up and it has a spelling mistake, or if it has the wrong phone number, or if you put the wrong document up, you still need to show an archive of that to see that that's available. People need to be able to see what that is. It's a way for the government to remain as open as possible. We do not need to do that, so that means that if you were to mess up and accidentally upload the wrong document here, then it would show an archive of the wrong document and the correct document. So we don't want to do that. So show archives equals no. Now we have to save first before we can actually upload our file. So let's save. And we'll find our file to upload by browsing. And I'm going to go to my documents and curriculum mapping, and now this right here is a document and I don't want it to be a document, so I'm going to convert to PDF, and I can do so at the high school by right clicking and convert to Adobe PDF. But if you do not have access to Adobe PDF complete, then there is another option. So we will open the actual file. And when you open the file, you can actually go Save As, and you can choose Adobe PDF. You can also click on this, and then in the box down here, you can do Save to PDF. This allows you to create a PDF very easily. And you want to make sure that the naming conventions are correct on this as well. So notice that I used an I on this. I'm going to need to make sure that's a 1. And we'll spell out the year as well, 2008 to 2009. I want to use the minimum size because I'm publishing it online. I don't want it to be huge. That way if anybody has dial-up, they can go ahead and download it much quicker. So that's been saved, and now it shows up right here in our list. So I can click on that and open. And right here, I've got all of this information set, and now I'm going to save and submit. And like usual, it won't go live until somebody has actually approved the content. So notice right here, it shows that the status is submitted, but it hasn't been approved, and therefore it is not active yet. As you upload documents into the Archive Center, you may need to make changes if there is an updated document or you uploaded the wrong one. If that is the case, you can ask me for permission, and then you can just simply click on the document, and here's where you can change the file. So file upload right here, you would go to Browse, and here's where you can go and go out to the particular file that you need to find and get a PDF. And update it with the correct PDF that you actually need. And now that's an updated file. You can also choose to unpublish it if you need to, and you can also copy these links if you want to make them available on your website. This concludes the website tutorial. I'm Cassandra Bilyeu. If you have any questions, please go ahead and email me at cbilyeu@dee-mack.org. Thank you.